So we have good debt and bad debt. But that's not important, right? We understand how that works. One makes money, one doesn't make money. Great. But tell me, how do I make money from debt? And that's why in this video we're going to talk about 7 different simple ways to make money by using debt in your favor as leverage. Now, if you're a Dave Ramsey fan, or you're Dave Ramsey himself, I want to tell you one thing. I want to be honest. Yes, I will be talking about how to use credit cards to make money. So you might want to click off this video and just saying, on the top of that, guys, if you guys don't know me, my name is Ty Bryson. I'm an accountant. I post videos every single day. Subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notified when I post a new video. On top of, do me a favor, hit the like button. It helps the channel grow a ton. And here's a question for you. How much debt do you currently have right now? Credit card debt, student loans, whatever it is. And how much money does that debt actually make you, including mortgages? Comment down below, let me know. And again, be honest, that way we can see how we can make that work and actually make you money instead of costing you money every single month. Just to clarify. Now, before we jump into the video and I tell you 7 different ways to make money from debt, I do want to say a few things, and here it is, guys. Bad debt, good debt. Good debt makes you money. Bad debt takes money from your pocket. That's basically it, okay? It's very simple. So here's an example. Person A has credit card debt that he used to buy, you know, an iPhone, like this one, right? He bought an iPhone, he bought some clothes, a fancy jacket, some merch, all this fancy stuff, and he also has a car loan for a brand new Honda Civic that he just uses to drive to work, okay? Or maybe like a Mercedes, whatever it is. And all this costs him money every single month, right? Now, person B has credit card debt when he took money out to start his business and to make more money by reselling and doing a whole bunch of different things. So, person A, person B, which one has good debt, which one has bad debt? It's very obvious. Person A, money is being taken out of his pocket every single month. Person B might be taking money out of his pocket every single month, but that money is making him money, so in reality, that is still good debt. So that's why, in this video, I'm going to teach you exactly how to make money from debt. Because I might tell you, like, hey, you know, good debt, bad debt, but, okay, what do I do with information? Okay, well, what you do is this. You make money. How do you make money? Here we go. Now, before I tell you the 7 different ways to make money from debt, I do want to tell you something, right? Here's the outline. I'm going to tell you guys an example, the cost, and also even how to do it, okay? Because I'm not going to just be like, okay, just do this, boom, I'm out of here. No, I'm going to tell you step by step how to do everything, how much it costs, and even on top of that, an example to show you exactly how I did it in the past also. So, number 1, the 7 different ways to actually make money by using debt. By the way, there's a ton more, but I just want to use these ones right here. Now, number 1 is actually reselling. It's actually short-term debt, and here's why. When I wanted to get into drop shipping, which I did, I made a ton of money by doing it, but I never bought a product with my own money. I always use, I would always use credit cards, right? I would use my credit card, and then once I got the money from the customer, I would pay back that credit card. That's what I would do. So that's short-term debt because I would pay back really fast. Now, if you're wondering how much this cost me, it cost me $0. Why? Because I would get this money within like 1 to 3 days. I would pay right back. So in reality, it never hit 1 month. So I never had to pay credit card interest on the entire debt. So again, that's why it's short-term and it doesn't cost you a single dollar. Now, how do I do this, Tommy? How did you do it? The answer is this. When I did drop shipping, I did eBay, from eBay to Amazon. So Amazon products and then would sell them on eBay. Now, here's what I did. I got an Amazon credit card, okay? And I would buy things on Amazon, sell them on eBay. When that happened, I would get back 5% cash back because it was Amazon products. And I would take all that money, cash back, over like, I'm talking about like, you know, I sold over between $15,000 to $20,000 in 1 month on eBay from the Amazon products, so I made a lot of money. So in reality, I made a lot of money on cashback also. So just do some math. 20,000 times 0.5%, how much is it?
20,000 US dollars times 5% is 1,000 US dollars.
So by selling products on eBay, I made over $1,000 in cash back every single month. That's cash back. That's your money. No problem. So who's making the money? You are, not the credit card. That's how I did it. You can do the exact same thing. So now, if you want to do drop shipping, I recommend one person. If you don't know this, guys, I take courses to learn to then action, okay? That's how I make money. I don't just be like, okay, let me just jump in the pool if I can't swim. I don't do that. So I took this guy's course. It's actually called Dropshipping Titans by Paul J. Lipsky. I have his Instagram right here. You can look him up. I'm also gonna link his thing right in the description down below, like in the comments, so you can search him up also. But guys, this guy taught me a ton. He can teach you a ton also. Again, I'm not affiliated. I don't make any money whatsoever, so I don't really care. But in reality, I learned everything from him, so that's the only person I really recommend for dropshipping eBay to Amazon or Amazon to eBay, depending on what you want to do. Now, on top of that, we also have balance transfers. Number 2. Well, sometimes you have a business and you need cash, but you don't have cash on hand. So what do? You go to a credit card and you get a cash advance. But what happens here is this: you get charged 5%. But that's no problem, because if you have another credit card with a promotion, balance transfer, you can transfer that money over to that card. This is long term, by the way, and you get 15 months on average to pay off that card in full. So what happens here is this, guys: I would get balance transfers, put it on that card, get 50 months to pay off that money, no interest. I only paid 5% to get the money from the cash advance, and that's about it. So that's what I would do all the time. So in reality, if you want cash, this is a good way to actually do it, and it's a good way to get into debt but make money also, because that money can serve you to make deals and make your business profitable, or just make a business by itself. Okay, just to clarify that. Now, number 3 is this, guys: phone flipping providers. Now, this is brand new. You probably don't know about this, but in reality, I used to do this all the time, and I still do every now and then. It just depends, right? If you have a family member or a friend out there that wants to get or has a phone service, right, but they pay a lot of money and you know this already, you might tell them like this: hey, okay. You might tell them this: well, how about this? How about you come over to my line, you join, you get a discount, right? Because you pay more, like $70 over here. If you join over here, well, you only pay like $50, right? You save $20 a month. But here's the thing: I would only do this when there was a deal on my providers. For example, if I had T-Mobile, Verizon, all that fancy stuff, well, what I would do is this: if I have a deal and they say like, hey, you get a free iPhone X Max when you open up a line, well, I would open up a line with my friend, I would get that phone and I would flip it. But in reality, they won't ever give you like the full amount of money like for that phone. So if they gave me like a $500 credit, well, that's $500. So I would take that phone, sell it for the full price, and keep the profits in full, and just let that ride out in debt. But I'm not really paying for it, because my friend is paying for it, because he's the one paying for the entire line. But he's still making money because he's got a discount on his whole plan. So again, it's a win-win situation where you make money by getting into debt also. So again, that's provider phone flip. If you have any questions, comment down below. I'll be in the comments all day. Now, we also have student loans. Tommy, I hate school. I don't want to get into student loan debt. Okay? Well, the answer is this: I have a degree, a bachelor's degree in accounting, right? I can go out there, get a job in accountant. By the way, I owe around like $22,000, $23,000 to student loan debt. But in reality, it doesn't matter to me, and here's why. Because 1 year of working as an accountant, or 1 year working part-time, or 1 year of just doing whatever I want with an accountant, I can make that money back easy. So, in reality, for me, as long as you go into school, into college, you get into debt, it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is that you pick a career that's profitable and it's going to make you money. Now, if you go into college and you get into debt, credit card debt, student loan debt, you start owing a whole bunch of money, by the time you come out, you might come out with a whole bunch of bills. I recommend you stay with your parents until you can pay off your full amount of debt, and then you can actually start to move out once you have passive income coming in. That's my plan for student loan payments, okay? Just to clarify that. So that's one way you can make money by getting into debt. Student loan debt is not bad. It just depends if you go into like, okay, I want to do art, and then you can't find a job. I want to do psychology, you can't find a job. I want to do business administration, you can't find a job, okay? Just make sure your major is profitable. Because again, it is a business. You might like it, you might want to do it, but if you really like your entire thing, teach yourself how to do it and don't go into debt over it, okay? Now, number 5. So far, we've spoken about a whole bunch of different ways to make money from debt, but here's my thing, guys. You can actually do credit card churning or a lot of different types of churnings. Or, by the way, here's my thing, right? Credit card debt is very risky because the interest rate is so high. Literally in 4 years, they can actually make 100% of all their money, no problem, because it's 25% interest rates every single year. In 4 years, 100%, so they just make like double their money, okay? But here's my thing. If you do credit card churning and you get a credit card and you spend $3,000 on it, you get back like $750 to $500. That's pretty good if you ask me. So getting into debt can actually make you money, but only if you do it this way. And here's how. If you spend the money that you were going to spend anyways, then you made the money. If you want to do manufactured spending, where you're not actually spending the money, but you actually spend the money on the credit card and get the money back, you can actually do that. I have a video on that. But for right now, credit card churning is a way to get into debt momentarily, short term, make money, get out of debt, and you're good to go. In reality, this would cost you between 0%, well, $0 to 5%, depending on how you do it, but it'll still make you a huge profit from doing credit card churning, okay? So that's what I'm saying here. So credit card debt can make you money also, just saying. Now, number 6, angel capitalists, okay? My favorite. Now, here's how it works, guys. You can actually get into debt. I'm talking about a lot of debt and make a lot of money by having cash on hand. So, for example, there's a lot of people out there, businesses, big businesses, corporate, whatever it is out there, there's businesses out there, right? You can actually invest into these businesses. I'm not talking about stock market. I'm talking about directly with the boss and say like, hey, I'll fund your business. You know, I'll give you $100,000, maybe $50,000, maybe $10,000. It all depends on the small business or if there's a big business. You tell them, hey, I'll give you $10,000, $100,000, and all I want you is to pay me like 16% every single year, or 20% depending on which state you actually are. Because again, there is a legal rate you can actually charge people, just to clarify. So if you charge them 16% for that money that you lent them, and you got it for 8%, 8 minus 16 is 8%. So in reality, you borrowed that money, you lend it to them, they borrow the money, they pay you back, and you made 8% of your money, no problem. On top of that, here's where it gets interesting. It's called creating leverage. Because again, if you lend it to them at a loss, for example, you got it at 8%, you lend it to them at 6%, but you say this, if you can't pay me back in 12 months, I take your business. That's legal, by the way. It's legal. So if you do that, you can actually make money by losing money on a debt. And that way you can have businesses by investing into businesses, but if they don't pay you back, you get to keep the business, okay? That's one way of doing it. But by the way, before you try this, you need 2 things: experience, and you also need knowledge in law, and also a lawyer. So that's 3 things. But make sure you actually understand everything, because it's kind of difficult to take somebody's property away. So just make sure before you try this to get into debt by huge amounts, you understand exactly how it works. Now, the last one, by the way, this costs between 0 to 24%, depending on where you get that loan from, okay? But it all depends. If you're gonna buy someone, for example, if someone has a business, they sell like retail stuff, and they say like, hey, I need $100,000, but the business is worth like $1 million. You're like, okay, I'll lend it to you. If they lose the business, you just made $900,000, okay? No big deal there. So it all depends. Interest is great, but it doesn't really matter depending on how much money you will make and the upside of the entire thing, just to clarify that. Now, the last one is actually real estate. Everyone knows this one, okay? So if you want to get into debt, by the way, currently I'm saving up for real estate right now. I'm saving for a down payment of like maybe like $85,000 to $100,000. So that's what I'm doing. But here's my thing. If you want to get into debt for real estate, you can do it. You get a down payment, you get a property, and this costs between 0 to sometimes like $1,000 depending on what you do. Maybe even more. So for example, if I want to get into a property, I'll make sure I can rent it out and I don't pay any money towards the entire balance. Why? Because the tenants, the people that live there, are paying the entire bill. But if I want to live there, I might have to go out of pocket a little bit, but still, it's better than paying rent and not owning anything. So again, my entire point of this video is this, guys. You can make money while going into debt, and it's actually better. By the way, comment down below and let me know which one of these ways is your favorite. But here are my final thoughts, guys. The main idea is this. If you don't get into debt, you can't go to school, right? Because you probably can't afford it. If you don't get into debt, you probably can't lend money, and you probably can't start a business, right? So my entire point is this. Going into debt for the right reasons can cause you to make a lot of money. Having to save up $100,000 or $200,000 to start a business is insane. At a $50K salary, it's insane, okay? So if you have good credits, and you can actually, and you know what you're doing, obviously, you can actually get into debt, make a lot of money, and pay it back, but you're not paying it back because you create leverage by having somebody else pay that back. Rich dad, poor dad theory, okay? So guys, if you like this video, comment down below, let me know, leave a big thumbs up, it helps the channel grow a ton. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, subscribe, hit the bell so you get notified when I post a new video, which is every single day. And if you want to talk to me one-on-one, just DM me on Instagram at Tommy Bryce. If you have any questions, by the way, just DM me, answer all my DMs. If you have any ideas, by the way, just DM me, I'll talk to you back to back, you know, just go around. On top of that, if you want to watch more videos, click this one right here. I have a whole playlist on business plans, so click that one. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, click my face right here and subscribe instantly. I'll see you guys tomorrow on this video. Thanks for watching, and peace.